Good afternoon, Dot Sisters. It is me, Paige Engel here, Marketing Director for Polka Dot Powerhouse Worldwide, and I am here with another installment of getting to know our celebration speakers. I am here with the fabulous Debra Woog today, and I am so thankful that we have her as one of our speakers at our upcoming annual celebration. Welcome, Debra.
Thank you. I'm so thankful to have been chosen. I'm excited.
This is great because the first question I always ask all my guests is, how long have you been a Dot and what chapter are you from?
Okay. I became a Dot December of 2017. I fell in love with it, but it was kind of far from my house. I had no intention of going back, except I fell in love with it. And so I was a member of that chapter for like 5 months, and then I realized I needed to start one in my own neighborhood. So I started the Greater Boston Northwest chapter. I started it 2 years ago, but we launched 2 years ago in September.
Yay, that's exciting. So happy that you are a part of our leadership with our company. We're super lucky that you wanted to bring that to your community. So now, how many times have you been to Celebration?
Twice. I went in San Francisco and I went in Boston. It's only happened twice since I joined.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, and so what would you say were maybe one or two things that you loved about Celebration?
Oh my gosh. I loved being in the room with, Dots are just my people. That's what I knew the first moment when I walked into that Metro West meeting in December 2017. I have never felt so comfortable walking into an environment before. And Celebration is a meeting on steroids, I've heard people say. And it's just feeling surrounded by people who I want to know, and it's so exciting. I love the hugging. I love which I hope we can do in November. I love the learning, hearing from all the speakers. I love the opportunity to reflect on what's going on in my life and my work, and the inspiration for how to do things better going forward. I have more, but there's so much.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is one of those things that I feel like it is the one thing that I plan not to miss.
Yeah.
When it comes to, busy lives and taking care of families and businesses and all those kinds of things, it's the one thing that's a must on my calendar, next to Paris, of course. But I always have to make sure I'm at Celebration. So now you are actually going to be facilitating one of our panels this year, and you're going to be facilitating the health and wellness panel. And we know that encompasses a lot of different avenues and perspectives. Can you tell us a little bit about your work and how your work falls into the health and wellness space?
Yes. So I am a crisis navigation partner. And if you don't know what that is, that's because I just made it up last summer, thinking about all the work that I've been doing over the past 20 years and how I wanted to refocus my company. So I work with women who are in crisis, and my goal is to help them lead their way through to the best possible outcome. So when I refocused my business last summer, I was thinking about crises like divorce or a physical or mental health diagnosis, death, a business downsizing, things like that. I did not think of pandemic. As it turns out, all of this work applies in a pandemic as well. I can tell you a little bit more about how I help people, if that makes sense.
That would be very helpful. Yeah, that would be very helpful because, we're all living through this very uncertain time right now. And I think one of the things that you have that's special is that you bring a special perspective and value. So if you wouldn't mind sharing with us, that would be great.
Yeah, great. So I have been through some crises on my own, like really on my own, where I felt alone. And I don't want to ever go through that again. Now I have Dots, so I won't be alone if something happens in the future. And B, I wanted to make sure that nobody else felt alone when they were going through one of life's inevitable big challenges. So I want to be a partner to someone in that situation, either because they are at the center of the crisis that they're going through, or they're the main person who takes care of the person at the center. Because I also know that being a caregiver for someone in one of the situations I described before is also really taxing. And so what I do as the partner is I help the person think about what they would like the best possible outcome to be, and then I support them to achieve that vision. I give them emotional support. I give them help if they need researching information so that they can make the best possible decision in a short period of time. I'll go away and research the situation if that's what they need. I help them strategize for all the difficult conversations that come with being in a crisis, whether it's with family members, healthcare providers, legal providers, school systems, and I will help people strategize for those conversations and even go in person and advocate with them and for them if that's what they want me to do.
Oh, I love that. So see, Debra, you gave me goosebumps because now I'm even more excited about this panel that you're going to be facilitating with other health and wellness practitioners and all the value that you're going to bring to, you know, our Polka Dot celebration. This is just great. I'm like, so what are you, I know what I'm looking forward to for celebration. What are you looking forward to?
I said the hugging. I have to say during the pandemic, that's been, for me personally, that's been the hardest. I get to hug my children every day and I'm so thankful for that, but I miss my dots, I miss my friends, I miss my extended family, and I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to hug everybody. And I'm looking forward to just getting that infusion of inspiration that carries me through the whole upcoming year.
Yeah. Yeah, ditto on that. I'm also looking forward to the smiles.
Yeah.
The genuine thoughtfulness and, you know, the conversations that you have with women who are like-minded. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That's what precedes the hugging, because after I have one of those conversations, then I just want to hug the person, unless they're not a hugger. I respect that. But I met you at Celebration for the first time 2 years ago. I happened to sit next to you, and I was like, oh, I got your vibe.
That's right.
Like, this woman I want to connect with, I want to get to know her. And so we had our first connect after that. And so many wonderful relationships come out of it. And I probably wouldn't have run into you anywhere because we didn't have so many Zooms back then if it weren't for meeting you at Celebration. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to encourage everyone, if you don't have your ticket, make sure you go and you grab your Celebration ticket as soon as you can. And we hope to see you at Celebration. And we hope that you'll share this sisterhood with all the women that you know that could use us. Thank you so much, Debra.
Thank you for having me.